now. Big redshirt freshman year. What do you think of your progress from that point to now?
I had a minor setback last year, 2020. Everybody saw it, and I just had to realize that I needed to put the work in. And over the off season, put the work in. Got with my coaches. They told me what I needed to work on. Teammates helped. Bryce, Wheaton, Winston, all helped me get back to where I'm at now and able to play at a high level again.
So what was it that maybe you didn't do last year that you needed to improve upon?
The whole pandemic thing kind of, it was a shock to everybody. And not being able to work out like I used to, like being here because we all got sent home when it happened, and just going home not having the resources and stuff like that. So that played a big role on it as well, and just yeah.
So how well did you play Saturday? What did you think? Assess your game.
Saturday was a decent game. It was the first game back, after last year, after the Army game, and it's just like just to get my feet wet, just hop back in the water, just to see how it is, fill everything out. So it was a pretty decent game.
What did you learn from last year's
Not to be so hard on myself. That was the biggest thing mentally. A lot of athletes struggle with mental health, and so that was the biggest thing, just getting my mental right, able to lean on people more, take advice, take the hard, just be able to take the hard criticism and just move on, learn from it.
Is that how you managed to survive after dropping a pass and then fumbling?
Yeah.
What went through your mind as to
Uh,
do that?
I mean, the fumble, that happens. It's football. Big hits happen. Can't really do nothing about it. What seemed like a drop really wasn't a drop. People think it's a drop, but the ball got tipped from a nickel bullet, and so it was short. And so people thought, oh, Sam just didn't catch it, but that's not the case. So I really didn't dwell on it at all. Just move forward. It happened. It was in the past. Just move from it, as fast as I can, just to get it off my mind.
And trying to address the feelings that you talked about from last year, did you talk to people here? Did you go to staffers, people at the school, anybody?
No, I mean, I lean a lot on my mother. My mother is my rock. My grandma. I had a couple mentors that I talked to over the break after the Army game. Coaches helped too. Coach Parker was a big role in that. He played a big role in that, just by getting me on track, back on track, and just thinking different and stuff like that. So.
Talking to your mother and your grandmother, is that kind of more away from the football side, just giving you more life advice on how to deal with, the way you were reacting to certain things?
Yeah, especially my mom. She's been through a lot. I've seen her been just watching her go through a lot, and just her experiences, life experience and stuff like that. She just tell me about them, and I learn from them.
So not just you, but just a receiver in general. Hard to put a drop behind you. Everybody says just turn on to the next play, but mentally, is it hard just to forget it and move on?
It used to be. I say in 19 and 20, it was harder. Like, drop ball, it was like, dang, like I really dropped this ball. Everybody expects you to catch it because that's what your job is as a receiver, is to catch the ball, secure the ball. But now it's just more, just like I know I put the work in. As a receiving unit, we caught over 110,000 balls over the off season. So just knowing we put the work in, knowing I put the work in, it just helps because it's like you have something to fall back on.
Last year when you were having problems, what kind of advice did you get from your mom and your grandma? What kind of things did they tell you?
They just told me always remember who you are, because just a year ago I was able to do it and I was doing it well, and just remember who you are. It was the words that they told me.
Did that lift you up a little bit?
Yeah, it did, because when they said that and then just thinking about those words, I reflected on the past and stuff like that, and so it just got me back right.
Sam, over these past couple days here, what has the message from the coaching staff been coming off of that loss? Coach Brown had talked about it a little bit earlier. A passage that there's a passage from a book that he had read to you all. But how is their message to you all coming off of that loss resonated with you guys as players?
You can't dwell on it. They're telling us to move forward. Like yesterday, we completely moved on from Maryland. We're on the LIU, and it's just working, just telling us to work on ourselves, just to get better. Like, we're not worried about what happened in the past because it already happened. Just worried about the future and what's moving forward.
I said, was the position change been good for you? Has it been fun? Something challenging?
At first it was because I wasn't really used to playing in the slot, but it gave me opportunity to be more versatile as a receiver, to learn the inside position. And I mean, lately it has been fun being able to move around in the slot and get different matchups and stuff like that.
2 catches. I want you to walk me through. So the one where you high pointed the ball, you see that, you got to go up. What goes through your mind in that one to begin with?
Just got to make it because our coaches harp on being more explosive, having more explosive plays, and scoring from further away. And so I was just like, I got to make it. So that was just going through my mind, like, it's me or him. Like, either he's going to deflect it and talk trash or I'm going to catch it and we're going to move forward.
So, okay, then now the interception in the end zone. Did you sort of look and go, where the heck did that guy come from? I never saw
Yeah,
it.
because I thought it was going to be for sure a touchdown. I wasn't even, like, worried about the corner because they were, when we got down in the red zone, they were manned up. And so I wasn't really worried about the corner. I was clueless where he came from. It's just like a blur, honestly.
Sam, most disappointing thing about Saturday's performance in your eyes?
I would say as a unit, we didn't play to expectations. Like, as a whole, we're better than what we showed. And people know that. We know that. That's why we're not too worried about it. So it's just that we just didn't play up to expectations and what we know we could do.